What is up, TCG Army? CMoneyTCG here. Welcome back to another video. Today we've got PSA returns that have been well over a year in the making. I gave these to DFW Pokemon like July 2020, so like 13-14 months in the making for this PSA return. There's some really cool stuff in here. There's a Shiny Charizard, a Lost Thunder Lugia, Unbroken Bonds Blastoise, Red Challenge, a couple vintage cards, I believe, like first edition Gengar. There's lots of cool stuff in this. It's not as big as some of the others. I think it's like, I'm not sure how many cards. It's a small handful of cards, not as big as some of the other ones we've gotten. But the cool thing is we've got like 2 or 3 more subs that are in QA2, which is the last step before shipping from PSA. So we're getting a lot more of these back, and they're starting to be a lot more frequent, which is really cool. We also have the BGS Premium Express return of my Goku and Frieza Miraculous Conclusion DBS card, which I've already seen. I went ahead and that one came in last week, so I opened it, but I didn't want to do a full video over just one card. So I'll be showing that off today. Before we get started, please hit that like button and the bell. Subscribe if you are new. Join the Discord, link in the description below. We've got an incredible community here in the TCG Army that we are building around here. And also, every single card in here, except for like 2, will be for sale. So if you're interested in any of the cards, CMoneyTCG@gmail.com. Instagram is CMoneyTCG. Twitter is CMoneyTCG. Discord down below. I'm very reachable, so you can reach out and try to find me if you are interested in any of these cards. I'll try to have like rough prices on the screen for you guys. So let's go ahead and get started. Let's do the BGS return first, since I've already kind of looked at this. My Goku and Frieza, I pulled this out of the very first Dragon Ball Super Pack, second Dragon Ball Super Pack I ever opened in my life. I pulled this out of it and it got me hooked. That's kind of what started this whole Dragon Ball Super journey for me. I pulled this out of a pack, sent it in BGS Express. It got a 10. Super excited for this. Like I said, I did. I pulled it in the car. I didn't open it on camera or anything. But I sent it in BGS Premium and it came back a 10. Really, really excited about this thing. Really gorgeous card. It's going to be a lot higher pop than some of the other Dragon Ball Super Grails, because I think they're printing more of this set. But really, really, really cool card in this Goku and Frieza Miraculous Conclusion. Obviously, the end of the Tournament of Power that's taken straight from the show, like a screenshot, basically. Very, very cool moment in the show. And just very, very cool card. Very cool secret rare. So just pulling this out of my second pack ever and grading it and coming back 10. Pretty special. This one's going to stay with me and just add to my very small and new Dragon Ball Super collection. I think I now have 5 Dragon Ball Super cards. They're all 10s. So that's pretty exciting. So very cool. First card grading myself too, actually, which was pretty cool. I did this all by my Beckett by myself without using a middleman or anything. So very cool there. All right. PSA returns. As I did just get back from DFW Pokemon doing these. So got a nice little stack here. But not as big as some of my other PSA returns, but a nice little stack nonetheless. We've got, a handful of cards here. So let's just get rolling and see what we have here. This is a Hidden Fates Greninja. Hidden Fates almost always grades a 10, and this one graded a 10. We got one of these back in our last return. Super cool there. We'll be going through these pretty quickly because a lot of them are going to be pretty simple, chill, nothing too insane in this one, with the exception of like 1 or 2. This is a Ho-Oh GX Hidden Fates. This one also got a 10. PSA 10s all around for Hidden Fates. Not bad, not bad. Hidden Fates Charmander, 10. If it's Hidden Fates, it almost always gets a 10. Very, very cool there. Next up, Hidden Fates Charizard. This one's a little off-centered that way. And because of that, we get a 9. So this is just an ultra rare. This is very cheap. This is like a $30 slab. If you want a very, very cheap Charizard slab, this is like $30-$35. Hit me up and grab you a very cheap Charizard slab. All right, next up, pre-release Team Up Charizard. Now this is pretty cool. They apparently, I don't know, they said they weren't going to do stamp pre-releases anymore, and yet they still are, so that's kind of weird. This isn't a staff or anything. Just the Team Up pre-release Charizard. Very cool art. This one gets a 9. Now the front looks good. It's well centered. It does have 1 white dot here and 1 white dot there, so that's why that was enough to dock it to the 9 apparently. Very cool card though. I really love this art. I've had the staff and ended up selling it. Very cool card. All right, This is a really cool one. Blastoise and Piplup alternate art from Cosmic Eclipse. This is the alt art, not just the full art, where they're posing and everything for the camera. Very cute card. Wholesome card. This one got 10. This one is like perfect. Like the centering on this is immaculate. I would bet money this would get a 10 centering with Beckett. Yeah, look at the back. Like this is like a perfect card. This could probably easily cross to a Beckett 10, maybe even a black. Very, very cool card. Blastoise and Piplup, one you don't see too terribly often. All right. Oh, this is a big boy. So this is one of the two that is going to stay with me in my collection. I was really excited about this card. This one I was almost guaranteeing it was going to be a 10 because it looks absolutely wonderful. This is the only rainbow Blastoise we have ever. The only Blastoise card in the Sun and Moon era that has a rainbow. There's a Blastoise and Piplup. This is the only solo. And even if we'd get the Rainbow Blastoise VMAX, it's going to be the VMAX, like the Dynamax version of it from the Sword and Shield games. So this is the only Rainbow OG Blastoise. He looks kind of derpy. But this is also the second rarest card in Unbroken Bonds. I think it's not a bad one to hold on to. So this got a 10. This one I was almost guaranteeing a 10. Like it just looks ridiculously nice. Centering is very good. Very strong. It's slightly pushed up on the front, but not very much at all. I think this is fairly low pop unless it's shot up recently. Let me take a look real quick. I know the Charizard shot up like crazy. Let me take a look at the Blastoise. Pop 319. So it has gone up more than it used to. Still, one that I'm going to go ahead and hang on to for my personal collection. I was really excited when I got this card raw. So I'm going to be hanging on to that guy. All right. Red's Challenge. Very nostalgic card from Unbroken Bonds. Absolutely gorgeous full art trainer here of Red. This card is just nostalgia all around. Looks very, very, very clean. Centered very well. This should be a 10. And it is. So Red's Challenge, PSA 10. Very cool card. Very nostalgic. Just everything about this card is freaking awesome. A really cool piece to have like in a collection. Very nostalgic. All right. This is my absolute favorite card in the collection. This card this card is so hard to grade. The Lost Thunder quality control was garbage. This card is always insanely off-centered. Just Lost Thunder wasn't as popular. Like, there weren't a ton of these out there, basically. Like, this card was very low pop for the chase card in a set. It is the only Rainbow Lugia we have. This thing is absolutely gorgeous. Like, just the art on this is fantastic. Lost Thunder is a fantastic set. The texture in the back is incredible. Very, very hard card to grade. They always come out off-centered and with whitening all over the back. This one has no whitening whatsoever. No whitening whatsoever. The centering is slightly pushed up. Left to right looks good. Is slightly pushed up. Kind of like the Blastoise almost. Maybe a little bit more on the Blastoise. But PSA 10 Lugia Rainbow. This is the other card that is going to stay with me. I said when I graded this, if it was anything other than 10, I was going to sell it. But man, I have wanted this card for so long in a PSA 10. This is, in my opinion, one of the modern grails. It's a Lugia card. I mean, Lugia is amazing. Very popular Pokemon. Very big chase card. And the pop on this is right around 200, I believe, which is very low for a modern chase card. Very low for a modern chase. Is a pop 235. So very, very, very low pop for just a modern chase card. This one is staying with me. I love this card so much. I've been wanting this for literally like a year and a half. So to be able to finally have one that I graded myself, pretty freaking sick. Absolutely gorgeous card. I think the last one I saw went for like 800 or 900 bucks. This used to be 11. Just the market's down. I think this is one that I think hang on to will probably keep going up over time, but I mean, I'm happy to have it in my collection. So very awesome. My favorite card in this entire submission in a PSA 10. Absolutely gorgeous. All right. Espeon GX. I sent this in. I love the texture on this thing. I sent this Sun and Moon base. I sent this in expecting a 9. Centering looks actually pretty good. I think there's some whitening on the back. There's a whitening in that corner and whitening in that corner. So I was expecting a 9 on this. And it got a 5. Hold on. I've got a, like, nothing in that corner. So there's a little white spot right there. I was expecting a 9 on this guy. 8 at the absolute worst. Let's see here. I'm trying to shine the light. So there's some scratching right there. But not, that wouldn't bring it to a 5. Hold on, we're gonna go over every corner. There's some scratching right there. Is that the case or the card? That's on the case. That scratching right there is on the case. That's not on the card. That is very much the case. Very much the case right there. That's scuffing. That's not the card. Oh. Look right there. Right there in that corner right here. It's like a little itty bitty indentation. Like almost a micro crease. Almost a micro crease. Let's see if I can get in any further on it. Right there. Dude, you can't even hardly see that. Look at that. You have to like shine the light just right. Right here. Like a little itty bitty micro crease that you wouldn't see if you weren't doing this. Wow. That is unfortunate. But it is there. I'll give him that. I just don't remember ever seeing that. But I mean, I don't think I would have without doing this with it. So that gets a 5. Very, very unfortunate. Really cool card. Very cheap card now. Unfortunate. Next up, I believe, is the Umbreon. I sent both these in expecting 9s. This one gets a 9 as expected. Centering. Pretty good, actually, on this guy. Whitening in this corner right here. Just barely. Tiny little speck right there. So that's why this guy 9, not 10. Absolutely gorgeous card, though. I will probably sell this one and get a 10 eventually. I do collect Umbreon cards, but this one I'll probably sell and get a 10. Just because it's modern, and that should be relatively affordable to get eventually. So I do love the texture on this one, too. But 9 on the Umbreon. I'm bummed about the Espeon. I really am. We got a few more here. There's a Mega Gengar EX Secret Rare from Phantom Forces. Centering looks fine. Hollow, I think, looks pretty fine. These older XY cards. You got whitening in that corner, whitening in that corner, whitening in that corner, whitening in that. So all 4 corners will spec right. So probably an 8 with that many corners. And it is an 8. So there we go. Really cool Gengar, though. Phantom Forest is a very underrated XY set. Some of these XY sets are finally starting to get their popularity back. As Pokemon was at a little bit of a low point. But there we go. Phantom Forces Gengar Secret Rare coming in with the PSA 8. Speaking of XY sets, this is the Flash Fire Secret Rare Charizard. Centering solid. White right there. White right there. White right there. White right there. Yeah, a little white on the top as well. This one gets a 7. I'm trying to see if there's anything on the hollow. Not that I'm seeing. Very clean 7, honestly. Very clean 7. Very cool looking card. The gold border. This looks just like the 69 version, but this is the 108 Secret Rare. It's slightly gold around the corner. That's the only different thing about it. But Secret Rare from Flash Fire. I'm going to hold that one. We're going to go with this one. This is a Gengar first edition. This has print line going right there and a scratch right there. Yeah, there's a scratch right here plus a print line. The back, white, 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 white. So this is probably a 7. Yeah, I mean, you got whitening in all 4 corners and on the edge, along with a hollow scratch going on and a hollow scratch right there. It does score the 7. Very. This card's very nostalgic too, though. The Fossil Gengar kind of claymation almost is a very nostalgic card. First edition hollow. Still a very gorgeous looking card for display. Very, very cool card. This is nostalgic right here. First edition Fossil. And last but not least, the big boy of the submission is a Shining Charizard. Unlimited, not first edition. I do want to upgrade this to a first edition one day. I knew there's like a tiny little scratch on the silver right there. Very tiny scratch. I knew that. I did get this from my buddy Ryan. I said I'm probably going to upgrade this to a first edition. There's some whitening along the edge right here and white right there. So that's pretty much it as far as whitening. Boom, boom, boom. Maybe a tiny bit in that top left corner. So not as bad as the Charizard before. And the grade shows that. Near mint 8 for a Shining Charizard. I want to say this is around like a $1,200 card. And an 8. So this card is just, it's Neo Destiny, one of the most popular sets of all time, which is pretty sweet. Nostalgic art. This isn't my favorite Charizard art. This is some people's absolute favorite card. This isn't my favorite Charizard. I'm not going to lie. It doesn't do too much for me, but it is a very cool card from an amazing set. I'm probably going to, like I said, try to upgrade this to a first edition one day. Because it is one of those cards, if you collect Charizard like I do, you kind of want to have it in your collection. So I'll probably sell this one and upgrade to a first edition eventually. But very gorgeous card. So the art just, it doesn't do too much for me, but it is a beautiful card nonetheless. So that is it. That is it in the sub. I said the ones that I am most a fan of are these two right here. These two are the ones staying in my collection. I said the Shiny Charizard is another heavy hitter. But this Blastoise and Lugia are going to stay with me. This Lugia, I could not be more excited about any card in the sub than this Lugia. That's freaking sweet. And of course, we did have the BGS Express return of my Goku and Frieza. So there we go. Nice little PSA sub coming back. We do have like 2 or 3 more already in QA2. So expect more PSA videos. They're going to start rolling in. I am very, very, very excited about that. Again, please hit that like button, subscribe if you're new, join the Discord, reach out if you are interested in buying any of these slabs. They are very much available except for these 3. Everything else you saw in today's video will be available, so reach out. Thank you guys so much. I love you guys, and I'll catch you guys on the next one. Later.